Well, I think one of the first places to look is to treat Christianity not as offering ideas or propositions that you believe in or you don't. But the first place I looked is to say, I need to be a person of action, of trying and doing. And so for me, the first steps of that were, as I said before, like stepping out to meet people different from me, to go out onto the streets and have uncomfortable conversations with people from a different race or different class. And, ultimately that sense of searching is what led me to Camden to move into an abandoned, scary place and to go outside of myself. I mean, one of the great passages from the prophets is that it says, if you give yourself, away, not just seeking for yourself, but connect your own fate with that of the poor, that's when your light will shine forth. That's where you find your salvation. So to me, that's one of the places to look, not just in ideas or something to believe in, but a different way to act in the world that is always trying to go outside of yourself. So for myself, like even, years later now, that's involved going with like my kids to St. Joseph Center. This is a place for severely mentally and physically handicapped people. And to bring my kids there to sit with and visit with people that are just totally different from them is a way that lights up my kids' life and my own, because it means that we're no longer just enclosing ourselves in our own daily habits around our own comforts. So that is one of the places I've turned, is to always be trying to go outside of myself. Another place has been, as I said, in sort of thinking about Christianity a different way is still a part of my searching and part of my journey. And so some of Gerard's thought has been huge for me in being able to rethink what is the nature of our human sort of evils, whether these are the evils that Martin Luther King Jr. talked about in racism, militarism, and materialism. Like, where does that come from, and how can we respond to that? That involves trying to weed out the violence in our own hearts. So, trying to weed out the violence in my own heart has been huge, to where I find people like Thich Nhat Hanh and his suggesting a way of meditating upon our own violence in our heart to see our own father wounds, our own propensity for anger in ourselves. Those need to be healed. We need to attend to that through meditation. And so that's also been one of the ways in which I have become something of a seeker, trying to find my own healing.